Listen. Do not sleep on this chapstick, Dr. Bronner's. Lemon lime organic. Organic. So good. Fuck Burt's Bees. I didn't say that, but all the other brands that like say they're good for you, they're not. They're not. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. Also, I acknowledge that I wear black a lot. I like it. I like wearing all black, okay? I maybe will wear color some other time, but not today. All right, back home with me, Sorry. Welcome back. We're hitting the OG box today. We're going back to it. We're Not Really Strangers. I want to be friends with We're Not Really Strangers. Oh my gosh, it says inside we're all the same. That's cute. That is really cute. I like that. Okay. Let's do level 2. I chose it because I could make a song out of it. I hope you liked it. I wrote it myself. Again, disclaimer, this game is meant to be played with other people. So if the question comes, if I pull a card and the question doesn't make any sense, I'm gonna try to reword it, or I'll just pick another freaking card. But we're gonna try, we're gonna see. We're gonna try and we're gonna see. We're gonna try and we're gonna see. We're gonna try and we're gonna see. My back hurts, dude. I need a freaking massage. I need somebody to wring my spine like a towel. Like I want to be I want someone to take my body and go like this. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, when was the last time you surprised yourself? When was the last time I surprised myself? I surprised myself, probably within the last month, hitting sprints at the gym. I really thought I was gonna eat shit, and I was actually quite fast. I was surprised. I was like, whoa, she's got speed. Backstory, when I was maybe I've already said this in an episode, I don't remember, but I did used to run track and field. I was on a club track and field team. Oh, I did say it because I talked about my big quads. Yes, I was a sprinter. So I was a sprinter when I was a little tater tot, and hence why the quads started early. And I loved it. It was so much fun. I loved my preferred race was the 100 meter, just a quick little down the line and done. Just really wanted to start and be done. Loved that. My worst nightmare was the 400. Sprinting one lap around the track is not fun. It's not fun. I don't care what anybody says. It's not fun. It's really exhausting. So I hated the 400. The 100 meter dash was my preferred. So I used to sprint when I was young, and it was really fun. And then in high school, I started getting, embarrassed about everything. And so I no longer ran track and field. I wanted to just do whatever was cool. Which I can't even remember what that was. I guess like not being on track and field was considered cool. I don't remember, but I got off the club team sad and stopped sprinting. And then literally within the last couple of months, I was like, I should pick sprinting back up at the gym. Let's just see what happens. See if she's still got it. And I definitely do it the scary way, where you're on the treadmill and you like ramp it up to like 10 miles an hour, and you're standing on the sides of the treadmill and you're just like amping yourself up to just hop on there and run as fast as you can. And I do it, hop on, sprint as fast as I can, hop off, thank the heavens that I didn't eat shit and fall on my face, rest for like 40 seconds, hop on, repeat. So that's been a recent surprise to myself, is that I can still sprint and I have not fallen on my face yet. I did come really close last week. My shoelace came untied mid-sprint, yeah. And I was like, well, I'm not trying to die today. So I hopped off, and like the treadmill is still going at like 10.5 miles an hour. And I've hopped off onto the sides, and I like squat down to tie my shoe, and my foot like slips off the treadmill. And I like I don't even know what I looked like, but I managed somehow to not completely wipe out and save myself, catch myself, and put my foot back up on the treadmill. I definitely like messed up my shin. Like I definitely bruised it or scratched it on the side of the treadmill. It was absolutely terrifying. I thought it was the end for a sec. But I regained composure. No one noticed, I don't think, or if they did, they pretended like they didn't. Does anyone suffer from secondhand embarrassment? I suffer so hard from secondhand embarrassment. If I see somebody do something that is embarrassing to them, I will look away. I will protect them at all costs. I didn't see anything. I did not see anything. I don't even know who you are. I don't know what happened. You were just standing there doing nothing. I will protect you. If you completely mortify yourself and make a fool of yourself, I saw nothing. We could have been holding eye contact the whole time. I'll just close my eyes. No, I'm not seeing what's happening right now. I got you. So, yeah. I don't know if anyone saw me do it, saw me almost completely just wipe out, but hopefully they closed their eyes like I would have. Let's do another question. Let's do it. A little short one. Maybe that was supposed to be like a deeper, more philosophical question, but it was the only thing that came to mind. So I'm not gonna like sit here for 10 minutes and ponder. I could edit that out, but I'm not in the mood. I wanna just keep going. Look at all these cards. This is just level 2. This is a thick stack. Let's do another. Should I do another level 2? Whatever, I've committed. Is there a feeling you miss? I miss the feeling of, I have so many answers for this. Like different levels of depth, I would say. Like I really miss the feeling of a cheeseburger in my mouth, but I had one last week. But I do miss that feeling. I would like another one. I am craving one. But on a deeper level, I really miss the feeling of being out on the open road. Like I don't think I can put into words the level of joy and bliss and peace I feel when I'm on a road trip. Like on the open road or driving through like a really small town that's like, you can kind of tell has been untouched by time, and all the buildings are super old and it's pretty run down and there's a lot of antique shops. Oh my God, I just love that so much. Again, I mean, I got to experience that feeling a few months ago driving home from New Mexico. It was an absolutely gorgeous drive, like very underrated in my opinion. The drive from New Mexico to Arizona, stunning. It's so beautiful. And I was really happy, very blissed out. Oh my gosh, I wish I could like encapsulate that feeling, like bottle it up, put it in a jar and just feel that. I also really miss the feeling of standing in the sunshine in the springtime here, because the air is a little crisp, the sun feels so delicious. It's not hot. I mean, if you have been to Arizona in the summer, you know how mentally incapacitating it is. And That hasn't kicked in yet, so it just feels so yummy outside. That's a feeling I miss. But on the deepest level, I would say I just like miss the feeling of being young and like not really having responsibility yet, like being a kid. Like I've talked about being, you know, playing in the backyard with my brother. Those feelings, not just the memories, the feelings feel very tangible to me still. Like I remember all the different feelings of days like that. And then similarly, you know, this might be like an uncommon feeling, but I loved high school. I had a great high school experience. High school was so fun. My friends and I, we called ourselves the Phat Four, Phat Four. And we just didn't give a about what anybody thought about us. We were so weird. Like painfully weird. And we just had so much fun. Like we were kind of friends with everyone. We definitely weren't the popular girls because we were way too weird. But we were friends with just all of the cliques, I would say. And we just loved having a good time. We were so hyper all the time and just like always being silly, always making weird videos. Thank God, things like TikTok and IG Reels and all those things were not a thing. Like, oh my God, the videos we made, there's one on YouTube somewhere. I'll find it. It's so bad, but so good, you know? So just those feelings, like summertime in high school was so great. We were just getting drunk in parking lots and like having like, we would literally, let me tell you the perfect day. Let me tell you, I'm going to paint the picture for you. This is the feeling I miss. I got it. This is the feeling I miss. Waking up at one of my best friend Kelsey's house, wickedly hungover. The four of us drank a whole handle of vodka the night before. Some house party. Who knows? Who cares? Wake up, hungover, but you know, you're like young enough where like you don't have a normal hangover feeling. You know, like my hangovers now last 3 business days, that wasn't a thing. You were hungover for like 10 minutes. We would get up, we would go to a grocery store called AJ's. If you live in Arizona, you know what AJ's is. It's a bougie grocery store, but they have the best iced tea in the world. In the whole world, I'm fairly confident. I don't know if we could drive yet. We would either walk or get a ride or drive to AJ's. And we would get Arnold Palmer's with this delicious iced tea. And it was like a big old cup. And they were like $1.50 for this big old iced tea, Arnold Palmer. And they have the most insane like bakery / pastry section, works of art. And they have this absolutely sensational ham and cheese croissant that I would get. That was my choice. And we would just get our Arnie Palmies and our little snack, and we would be in our outfits from the night before and just make up raccoon eyes, hair a mess, and bring ourselves back to life. And then we would go over to Joelle's house. Joelle, I've been friends with since preschool. And we would climb up onto her roof and we would tan all day. I'm pretty sure just like fully naked. And we would just tan on the roof, listening to music, listening to like Cottonmouth Kings and Flipside. And like Joelle would make these banging playlists, like so good. The playlists were so good. There was like Tayo Cruz Dynamite on there, banger. Poppin' Bottles Over Ice, like a blizzard. G6 was on there. I mean, just so many good ones. Caribou Lou, Tech 9. Oh my God. Just incredible playlist. And we would just lay in the sun and tan and drink our teas and talk about what we were gonna do that night. And then the sun would set and we'd climb down off the roof and we'd all start showering, getting ready for the night. And one of their boyfriends, they all had boyfriends, I didn't. Sad. No, I was, yeah. Anyways, loved being a third wheel. I loved it. So one of their boyfriends would pick us up. They all drove lifted trucks, all of them. We were like such little suckers for it. And they would pick us up and we would drive to one of their houses and we would just like drink all night and like swim in the pool, like have like night swims and just run around like maniacs and smoke prime times, which are like those little tiny, like they're called like cigarillos or something, like mini cigars. It's so dumb. We loved them. Every flavor. So good. We thought we were so cool. I want to try to find a photo of us smoking those prime times. So really thought we were the coolest. And we would just do that every day in the summer. Oh, and it literally feels like it was yesterday. It literally feels like I did that last weekend. It's right there, you know? But like we graduated high school in 2010. That's crazy to me. And it just feels like it was last summer. And those days, we had this hookah that we bedazzled, like hot glue gun and jewels. And we bedazzled our little hookah and we were allowed to smoke it at one of our parents' houses, two of ours. I think we were allowed to smoke it at Joelle's house and we were allowed to smoke it at my house. Because by this point, my parents had separated. And so it was just my mom. And my mom is a cool gal. And she just wanted us home with her. So it was cool if we smoked our hookah at home. Also, it's a hookah. Like, okay, at least we weren't smoking crack. So, yeah, so that was another really great feeling, like just pool day, hookah, tanning, croissants, iced tea, lots of vodka, no food, cigarillos. Like, what a time to be alive. It was so good. Oh, man, those were the days. I would do almost none of that now because I know the repercussions. I would not recover the same. But I would love to reenact that day with the Phat Four. I'm going to text them. Not all of us live in Arizona anymore. One lives in Chicago. The other one lives in like southern Arizona, Tucson area. And then two of us live like kind of local to here. But to like have a day where we just like go to AJ's and then tan on the roof. I'm still down with all of that. I would love to go to AJ's. I would love to tan on a roof. I would love to eat a croissant, ham and cheese croissant. I would love to make a playlist of all of the bangers from high school, play that, swim, rent a lifted truck. No, I'm just kidding. And then just like have a night at one of our houses drinking like minimal vodka, and yeah, just having a time. I would smoke a prime time for the memes. For the memes, I would smoke a prime time. I would probably immediately get a headache, but I'd do it. I would do it for the cause. Like, what an iconic day. I'd do it. Yeah. So I'm gonna text them. I'm gonna text the girls and get that organized. It's hard because the one that lives in Chicago, she usually comes home during the holidays. So it would be hard to do all of those things in December. We can't really tan on the roof and swim in December. So, and like some of them have babies now, so that's it. I forgot about that. Duh. So, but I'm willing to make it happen. If there's anyone out there that knows the band Flipside, there's a Y in there somewhere, either in flip or inside. There's a Y. Every now and then I've had conversations with people like at work or whatever, and I've mentioned the band Flipside. No one knows who I'm talking about. So sometimes I wonder if I really just like dreamed up that musical group, but no, they're real, and I need to know if anybody knows that band. Flipside. Flipside. 2009, 2008, Flipside. Come on. Dig deep. I know you know them. They're so incredible. Anyways, yeah, so there you go. There was a lot of feelings right there that I miss. I miss all of those feelings. I think I'm gonna go get a cheeseburger right now. Okay, bye.